What's going on, YouTubers, gamers and hobbyists? Welcome to this week's episode of P&Q, the question and answer series, where you get to ask me questions or put comments to me and then I respond the following week. Now you can do this one of three ways. You can put your comments or questions down below, simple enough, right? Or you can email me directly at miniwarzone@gmail.com. I'll leave a link in the video description below. Or you can ask me a question on a video you make. If I happen to pick it up, then I'll answer it on here. Got two emails, really short one as well. Two emails and questions. So, without further ado, let's crack on with it. So, emails, as you know, are anonymous. The first one says, "Hi Peter. I'm a long time watcher but first time emailer / commenter. I was wondering if you could tell us something about yourself that we would not know, or have you divulged all?" I was looking at this and I was thinking, I got my thinking cap on and I thought, I know something because I've mentioned stuff. You all know stuff about me and my past and what I've done and things, but one thing you may not know about me is I'm actually a lord. Yes, a lord. Don't worry, it's not a peerage title, it's an honorific title. Let me just dig the documentation out. You're Lord and Lady of the Hogan Manor Estate. That sounds big time, doesn't it? But, here we go, hang on. We'll get all the legal papers out of the way. Anyway, there's the certificate. Okay. Right. So there it is. And there's the crest there. I'll read it out in case you're on a small screen. Lord Peter Charles Gooding and Lady Rebecca Ann Gooding. This certificate asserts the legal right to assume the honorific title Lord Peter Charles Gooding and Lady Rebecca Ann Gooding of Hogan Manor. Furthermore, Lord Peter Charles Gooding and Lady Rebecca Ann Gooding shall be assigned dedicated land within the Hogan Manor Estate, Cumbria, England. The assignment number is blah blah blah. The assigner is blah blah blah. Duly registered blah 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 blah. Under the laws of England, the validity, interpretation and implementation of the assignment shall be governed by the laws of the United Kingdom or Great Britain and Northern Ireland. So there it is. And where are we here? I thought this would be a cool thing to show you. Where's the legal stuff here? There you go. With it, that tells you about what you can and cannot do. The short straw of it is, well, not the short straw. The short version of it is, we can't change our titles to Lord and Lady on, say, our passport or driving license, but we can do it on stuff like our bank details, like the card, and social networks, media, official letters, documents, that kind of thing. But I know what you're thinking, but that does not mean I am rich. In fact, I'm far from it. In fact, I'm probably the poorest lord in England. That is true. But there you go. Yeah, it's a peerage title that you get by putting money into. It's basically what it is. The Hogan Manor Estate in Cumbria it's in what they call the AONB, which is the an area of outstanding natural beauty. Think of, it's kind of like National Trust, wildlife conservation, that kind of thing, and you can buy a small chunk of land and they give you the title. There you go, and that's pretty much it. But no, I'm a poor lord, poor Lord Peter. I'm broke, man, stony broke. I'll tell you how broke I was. I was fishing through my coins today to see if I could afford a sausage roll, and I was in town. I was like, oh no, I'll have a meat patties. They're less than £1. Yeah, that's how poor I am. Looking to see what I can and can't eat. So yeah, don't let that fool you. But it's kind of cool though, I think, and nobody knows that. Lord and Lady, yeah. Anyway, there you go. You asked. Next email, which is really short, just says P&Q question. When are we going to see some more updates of your fantasy stuff? Well, I've just recently done a tutorial on a Reaper Bones cave troll. You may... It's not the best showcasing at the moment there. But yeah, there he is. I'm going to put him on a really cool base at some point. First of all, I was going to put him on like a big base, a slightly smaller one, a slightly smaller one again. So I'm going to be working on a smaller base for him. Not tiny, but more the right size, I think. I think so. Yeah, because I don't think he'd go on one of those. Oh, he would. Yeah, maybe I'll put him on one of the resin ones. I don't know. But anyway, yeah. So that you are going to see some more fantasy stuff for sure. God, I'm just freezing out. I was absolutely freezing when I went into the city centre today. God, it's cold. But I will get to everything as and when. Okay, I will do that. So when I started doing... Oh, here's something else, going back to the last email. Not that you don't know about me, not really. You know I drink tea. But I've started bringing my pot of tea out into the studio. So I'll be having pots of tea. So, yeah. Expect to see that on some stuff. But yeah, fantasy stuff will come. Because... I don't know. It's just cool. I like it. Fantasy. Yeah. I've got to fix him. He's got his helmet broken. But I'm going to do that. Anyway, that was the 2 emails. So moving on then to questions from last week on the last video. This one's from Jamjar34. He says, great one, mate. Going on with the all-nighter theme, what's the shortest time you have spent hobbying? Do you find that you have to do some hobby, or do you get itchy finger or get angry with yourself if you don't spend time in the studio? That's a good question. The shortest time is whenever we're going out anywhere, you know, even if it's just like to the shops or whatever, and you know, my wife or daughter will say, oh, just putting my makeup on or whatever, and I'm thinking, oh, I've got time to go and do some painting. I'll nip out here then with my coat on ready to go, and then off and coat going, oh, I thought you were ready. I was like, I am just doing the last finishing touches, so maybe about 2 minutes, 5 minutes tops. I'll say 2 minutes just to get another little bit of painting done. Anything, to do as much as I can. So yeah, 2 minutes we'll say. Do I get angry with myself if I don't spend time in the studio? No, I don't get angry, but I do get cold turkey. Bit of like, I need to paint some models. Yeah, so I do get that. Thank you for the question. Wargaming Wizard is next, and he says, great show, Pete. Question, do you have a favourite sport that you like or watch? Yes, my favourite sport is tennis. That's my favourite sport of all time. I quite like golf too. I suppose I prefer to watch tennis because I'm an old git now and I can't play it anymore. I'm certainly not healthy enough to play it. Because I used to play it when I was in my youth, when I was young and full of vitality and all that good stuff. You know, like nowadays I prefer to just watch it. My favourite sport to participate in would be golf. Not that I play golf much. In fact, I've sold all my clubs a long time ago before I got into this hobby. But if I was participating in a sport, my favourite one would be golf. I don't know, relax. It's got to be somewhere sunny, and it's like you're one with nature. You're walking on beautiful nature, countryside, and grass is all lovely, and trees and flowers and water, and it's just lovely. And it's just, I find it relaxing, knackering but relaxing. So yeah, tennis and golf. Right, put my used seats over there. The next question comes from Tattoo For You. Hey Richard, how's it going, buddy? He says, I missed it again. When I don't comment, know that I'm still watching and enjoying your awesomeness. Hey, that's cool. That's fine. That's okay. I watch on the Xbox One and comment on my phone, so I forget to go back to my phone sometimes. Grr. Well, you rock, my friend. Hey, that's okay. That's cool. And he says, if you could be president or the equivalent for 1 week, what would you do? We'll come back to that. If you were a lost Primarch, what would your name be, and what would be your unique quality? I've been racking my brains since I read this question about the Primarch. If I was a lost Primarch, what would my name be? Well, you know the Primarch Alfarius. He's kind of, there's two of him. If I was a lost Primarch, my name would be Wolfarius. Kind of like, he'd be a bit like him and Russ, but not the same. His unique quality would be the ability to see in all spectrums of light, I think. Yeah, so he could see in any spectrum of light possible, and probably, if I can give him another ability to see in total darkness, that would be cool. Yeah, that's what we'll do. Go back to your first bit. This is interesting. If you could be president or the equivalent for a week, what would you do? Well, let's say I'd like to be President of America. If I was President of America, what would I do? Tell you what, why don't we find out? Thank you, friends. Thank you. I know you got a lot of questions, but all I can say is I am going to make a difference. Before we get started in my weekly campaign, I'm just going to go through some thank yous. Okay, so although I was given a week in office, I will add an extra day to that, because starting the week with Sunday is my day of rest, so I can't do anything. So I need that to begin with. I'm going to end with that. Okay, let's move on to Monday. The very first day, I'm going to put an end to corruption. I will cease all wars and warmongering, and I will bring about a new era of peace and tranquility. The money that we squander on needless wars will be used to feed the homeless, to build shelters for the homeless. We have so much abundance of everything, yet we live in a world where there should not be starving and homeless. I will end this. Tuesday, I'm going to order the cease of genetically modifying foods. From now on, everything shall be organic, healthier. We don't want to be poisoned in our food. Wednesday, I will set up a funding base that will promote further explore homeopathic remedies. Our God has provided us with a plant for every ailment, people. We just need to seek them out and use them. Thursday, I will declare that from now on, and this is the bit you're really going to like, every last Friday of every month shall be known as National Hobby Day, and shall be a fully paid holiday for everyone to enjoy, regardless of your hobby. Friday, I shall implement a 1% tax on all food. This tax shall go towards feeding the homeless and providing them with more shelters, along with the money saved from the ceasefires and lack of warfare. Okay, Saturday I will have lunch with Arnold Schwarzenegger and go through his positivity, and his positive vibes will enable me to feel better. And on the Sunday I will have a day of rest. That is all, folks. Thank you very much. Well, I thought that went quite well, don't you? To you, people of America. Now, get back to Mini Warzone. Sorry about that. I hope I didn't offend anybody there. I was just having a bit of fun with green screen. But, yeah. There you go. Moving on to Idic Beer 40k. It says, great answers, Pete. How far in advance do you plan your hobby projects? I have set 2018 as the year of chaos. Wow, that sounds really organised. I'm not that organised. I'd like to be. How far ahead in advance do I plan my hobby projects? I don't know. Most of the time I don't look past the next bend in the road, but I suppose sometimes I'll have a plan of action, like next month, maybe a month in advance tops. Next month I'm going to work on this or that. As you know, October I always do orcs. So that's my Orktober thing. I know loads of people do stuff with orcs in October and call it Orktober. That's just my one. Yeah, I suppose maybe a month tops, but most of the time I'm going day to day, mate. Yeah. I wish I could be that organised. Like 2018 is the year of chaos. Wow, and I'm looking forward to that. By the way, I wish I could be that organised so that I could explain it, make videos on it, and say this is what you got coming up, guys, and this is what's going to happen. But I just can't. But I'd like to. I'm going to make it my goal to try and be more organised. How's that? Okay, Super War Gamer says, will you please buy Tabletop Simulator on Steam for PC so we can play 40k? It's amazing. LOL. Well, I've only got Mac, but does that count? Can you get it on a Mac, on the Apple? But to be honest, I don't play computer games. I mean, I used to. I used to play them an awful lot. When going back, say, 15-20 years, I was an avid video games player. In fact, if YouTube was around then, I was probably not far off it, is it? But if YouTube was like as it is now back then, I'd be doing a computer gaming channel or video gaming channel for sure. Now I'd probably have a lot of subscribers and all that good stuff because they seem to get loads of subscribers, don't they? There you go. But no, I just like the tabletop games now and board games. That's my bag. That's the most I can get to. I'll have a look. We'll have a look at it. And, I haven't yet, but I'll have a look, see if it's possible. Anyway, Cruangela Siligus says, Congo looks great. Speaking of which, can you play the bongos? Yeah, I can play bongos. I have played bongos anyway. I think it was alright. Yeah, I played bongos. And we come to Underdog Painting, who says, I haven't asked a question for so long, so sorry mate. So the question is, what gaming system would you steer clear of and why? That's a bloody great question. Cracking question. I've been giving this one a lot of thought as well. I just gaming system would I stick to? Why? Well, at the moment I'm steering clear of bolt action because I got rid of all my bolt action stuff. That's not to say I won't ever revisit World War II era again. Probably Frostgrave is one I would steer clear of, and the reason for that is I don't know, just something about it just doesn't float my boat. It seems quite limited in its setting and not much room for expansion. I'm not saying it's not a good game, so I don't know. I haven't even played it, but just what I've seen on YouTube, it just doesn't ignite any flames for me. It's like set in like obviously like a snowy kind of environment. So I don't know, it's just a bit samey, too samey for me. And I'd steer clear of things like X-Wing and all that kind of stuff where you buy the models. What's that? What's the one with the planes? You know the one I mean. The little aeroplanes. Same kind of thing. I'll think of it once the video is over, but you know what I mean. But those where you buy models that are pre-painted, because I don't like that. I'd rather buy models to put together, ideally, and paint, because that's part of my enjoyment of it. So, yeah, that's why. So all those. Frost and Fist says, "Great video, bud. I know you like to travel, and I'm curious if you've travelled to New Orleans. As an apparent coffee drinker, have you ever tried coffee with chicory?" No, I haven't. No, I haven't been to New Orleans. Next question. What instrument do you play? I apologise if you may have answered this before. I'm a keyboardist and backup guitar player myself. Freak. Hey Freak, how's it going? Right. I like to travel, but I don't travel well, if that makes sense. I always get ill or something, you know. But, no, I haven't been to New Orleans. I wouldn't mind going to New York sometime, just for the tourist stuff, you know. But anyway, I'm digressing. What instrument do I play? Well, I started off on drums when I was young. So I can play drums. I don't have any drums at the moment. My primary instrument, my instrument of choice, and my favourite instrument to play is bass guitar. Now I do play keyboards as well. I tinker with keyboards, I should say. I had a few lessons when I was a kid, and I tinker with keyboards. I've got a keyboard, and I play rhythm guitar. I can't play lead guitar very well, certainly not well enough to record anything. You know, with my hands, just seem better suited for bass because they're quite big and they can stretch quite far, and I can really hammer down on the thicker strings. And that's the bass guitar. Whenever I used to go and see live bands when I was younger, it was always the bass which got my head nodding and my foot tapping, and I thought, he looks cool. I want to be like that guy. So that's what I did. I took up lessons, and I never looked back. You know, and I just love the bass. It's so much more versatile than people give it credit for. And I mean, I've got 3 bass guitars at this point in time. I've got a Yamaha RBX 170, which I keep because it was one of, not the first guitar I had, but one of my first guitars I ever had. And I've got a Fender Precision bass, the Steve Harris signature bass, which is super cool because it's got the badass 2 bridge on it, and it's just that chrome pickup guard, and that's just awesome. And I've got an Ibanez 5-string, which is pretty cool as well. I used to play 6-string bass, but you've got the versatility with them. And if I had the money, I'd invest in a Chapman stick or a 12-string bass guitar. Have you seen them? Where you can, it's almost like playing keyboard on the bass. It's super cool, super cool. Yeah, the Chapman stick. And I love watching Nick Beggs, that used to be in Kajagoogoo. I mean, he's an awesome Chapman stick player, and he was the inspiration for me to look at that instrument. Although I never got around to getting one. I wouldn't like to change. I wouldn't want to keep changing the strings on it very often. Though we do 12 of them. But yeah, so bass guitar primarily, but I tinker on keyboards and rhythm guitar. I do have a Les Paul that used to be my dad's as well, which I play rhythm on, and I used to have an acoustic. I'd like to get one again because I just like the sound, and they're easy, aren't they? You don't need to plug them in and just sit there and play, strum, play, sing, do all the simple stuff. Anyway, thank you for that. Great question. Frost and Fist again. This is the other Wolf brother. This is Mifos, and he says, another fantastic episode, my brother. If I can add an additional question to my Wolf Brother Wednesday question, how did you come by your catchphrase, all brushes lead to war? Having done a bit of research, I'm told that taglines like we use are an important part of branding and become memorable for returning visitors, so this always fascinates me. Yes, it's... I found out about the taglines from doing the YouTube courses and realised how important they were as a part of the whole branding thing. So yeah, but all brushes lead to war. I was actually, Mrs. Mini Warzone came up with that one. She came up with that. I asked her if she could design a logo for me, which is the 2 dice, there. Because that was also the logo of one of my bands as well. Hence why I got the notation there as well. So I'm looking at the monitor, not the camera, thinking, what is it all going off screen? Anyway, yeah, so she designed a logo for the wargaming thing. So I used to have a logo of a green dice, but I thought it looked too similar to mini wargaming. So I wanted to be more individualistic with it. So she came up with 2 blue dice, and she just put the catchphrase on the bottom, like all brushes lead to war. I said, I don't know, I just thought it sounded quirky. I just want to put it in there, and it's stuck with me ever since. And I just love it. I've got some little cards done up, and I can print it on all sorts of things. I keep meaning to get a mug done of it one day, but I just don't get around to it. Anyway. That's all the questions. Hope you enjoyed this one. I have fun doing it. So leave your questions or comments for next time. And remember, all brushes lead to war. See you guys.